I did get a chance to watch the Jacob Barber whistleblower, former U.S. military interview a second time, which also contained three other whistleblowers' testimony. And it seems like Jacob Barber is credible and is trying to give information, but the whole thing is edited quite wildly, better than not doing it. Uh, this was the first on-camera interview of someone truly claiming to be part of a crash retrieval program. The program he describes, which is primarily for crash retrieval and experimental assets, is very credible. Ross Coulthart, the interviewer of this, definitely winds the story up to get maximum hype, and was like even insinuating at one point that this would be the disclosure interview. But there were some things missing in this interview, such as the following: who was Jacob Barber contracted to? What company was he contracted through for these crash retrievals? That would have been helpful. What was the unit or section name in the military that he belonged to? What type of aircraft, other than the helicopter that it showed? What was the composition of his crew? Where were the locations? Where did they deploy out of? The information was very superficial. They didn't even verify his military unit in this. There is some confusion. A lot of people are making it seem like he provided the egg UFO footage that is shown in this report. Whoever did leak the footage, it would be easy to identify by the inside, by the people that know who was actually working on that particular retrieval. But at no point did it say in this that Jacob Barber leaked that footage. And it would be very risky for him to do that, considering he was the subject of this interview. So I highly doubt he was the one that leaked that footage for the people that keep acting like he is the one that leaked that footage. As far as the actual footage, it's strange that there's not a red light on anything when they're showing the landing of the egg, which is common. They don't say anything about where that landing was. The landing spot was clearly not an airport, which would have been key to understanding more about it. It's unlikely that footage was taken with a cell phone, because there's no way any of these guys would be carrying cell phones during these operations. Cell phones are generally put in lock boxes outside the doors when these people go in to do one of these operations. It's designed to be a wide open tool, which creates way too many security risks to be mitigated if these people are carrying cell phones during operations. So they obtained this footage some other way. As far as the medical records review for his what appeared to be radiation poisoning, those reviews were good. As far as the mystery box claims, where apparently he claimed that his medical issues came from collecting these mystery boxes, which may have contained um, things that were of non-human origin. Apparently, these lock boxes happened when they were operating in California, and they contained Panasonic Tough books, among other things. And as far as these boxes, this was likely a dead drop or a dead letterbox drop. This is a method of espionage trade off used to pass items or information between two individuals, i.e., a case officer or an agent, via a secret location. By avoiding direct meetings, people participating in these drops can usually maintain operational security, even though they did allege that one of these boxes appeared to be tampered with in this particular case. These type of exchanges are in contrast to a live drop, which involve face-to-face exchanges. They also mention in this that Jacob Barber is now part of something called the Skywatcher team, that is a private team that is used to investigate various things, such as they bring up that this Skywatcher team was hired by the government to investigate the New Jersey drones last year. But they don't really go into it any more than that, which is interesting because the government was saying there was nothing to the New Jersey drones, but Ross Coulthart says in this that Barber was actually hired as a contractor to the government, his Skywatcher team, to investigate the drones. So I wish there had been more on that. A lot of hype on this, some substance.